We're here at our stand at Boot Duesseldorf 2023. I will show you around the stand to show you the new products. Come. We have our wave sails, and we have the same models as last year. So we have the Spy, which is the Power Wave, Salt, and the Slash. Have all been modified for this year, so every sail size is new. The Slash has won the European freestyle tour this year and has been also vice world champion in the PWA. The green sails are going to be available from March, and the black sails are already available. The full new collection of accessories. We have the seat harness, the waist harness, the impact vest. Everything is new. The graphics are new. They just arrived in October. We have the new bags, which range from travel bags to quiver bags. We have the new backpacks, which are completely new. We have two of them. They have sections for the wetsuits. We have the sections for the key computer. We have a lot of pockets. We are working on a new collection of clothing. It's a new project that we have. I will not show you too much. They will be available from middle of February. Booms haven't changed. As you know, we have no warranties on the booms, so you can just keep pushing them. New from the mast is the foil mast. It's called the F100, while the normal slalom masts are still called the case. The F100 is actually dedicated only to foiling, so it's not a mast that you can those who want to go on a fin. So just remember that if someone really is into foiling and is addicted to it, F100 is the mast that you can actually buy. We have a full collection of extensions. These haven't changed from last year. Remember that we have the Italian mast base. All the parts are made in Italy. The tendon is the only part which is made in the US. We are assembling the mast base also in Italy. The plastics are made by a snowboarding binding company. So it's resistant. Plastics are resisting to heat, to cold weather. They're not cracking. All the metal parts, all the screws are CNC. What is very new is the whole collection that we have on the foil sails, which are these black sails here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they have all the blue prints on them. And there are 4 models. We have the F1X, which is very new for this year. It's the no-cam foil sail for slalom. So as our ACX has big fame for slalom normal windsurfing, it comes in 3 sizes this year. There's the 7.9, 6.9 and 5.9. Then we have the hybrid sails. There are 4 sizes of the hybrid sails. There is the 5.4 and the 6.4, which just have 1 camber at the bottom, and they're more like for bump and jump when you use them on the fin. And on the foil, of course, they feel nice when you use a free ride foil on a, let's say, even from the free wave board to a free foil board. You can use them for bump and jumping, which means that you can actually jump to forward. Even if there's a camber, you can actually take the sails for wave sailing because they still will not disturb the camber rotation. It's super smooth. If you have to do moves where you're pushing the sail against the wind, then cambers can be in the way. But if you're just like at the earlier stages of wave sailing, it's actually fun. The other hybrid sail, which is 7.4 and 8.4, is actually a slalom cut sail. So it's more for like free slalom or slalom foiling. It has 2 cambers, just like our ACZ. The 2 cambers are below the boom, and then on the top there are no cams, and there's a small sleeve. So it's easy to uphold, it's easy to water start, and it's a light sail. So these hybrid sails are actually working good when there are 7 to 14 knots. Does not matter the size. So if you're a heavy sailor, for bump and jump you would take the 6.4. For slalom you would take an 8.4, and you can sail from 7 to 14 knots with the foil. And when the wind gets over 14 knots, you just take out the foil from your equipment, you put under a fin, and you can keep using the same sail up to 20-22 knots. For the lighter guys, they can do the same with a 5.4. They want to bump and jump, and 7.4 if they want to slalom. So this is our hybrid line. It's actually quite nice because in the end you have a sail that goes from 7 to 22 knots, just one size. And then we have the full professional foil sail for slalom, which has the typical 3-cam setup from our race sails. A really wide pocket. And this is the professional sail if you're foiling and you want to race and you want to go for high speeds. We go to our super famous ACX. This year will also be in green and black. ACX and the ACZ have been retuned on their leech just to have it make it a bit more comfortable. Hasn't been a big change in the technically because we had done a bigger work from 2021 to 2022 by making the boom longer and reworking the sail in a lot of places. This is our ACZ in the black version. If people are a bit tired of going with no cams but they're scared to go on cams, you know, the ACZ, remember, is the right sail to offer. Below, this white sleeve and the 2 racing cams are giving the feeling of having a pure race sail when you're planing. but at the same time it's super friendly because over the boom you have no cams, you have a small sleeve, so it's easy to uphold, it's easy to water start, and not having the cam over the boom gives a great advantage in the rotation of the sail. So when you're jibing, you don't have this big slam when you're turning the sail to the new tack. It's a very soft rotation, so even people who are not used to cams will actually enjoy it. We worked a lot on the new AC1. We wanted to do something very different to the other years, and so we completely redesigned it. There's a new outline, there's a new boom length on the sails, there is a new opening of the leech, and if you see this sail, you actually can see that it's a super clean sail. I'm sure that those who had all the older versions, even though 2022, when they will try this sail, they will find a huge difference in sail. Much more comfort, much more range in the light wind, and it's just faster in the average speed. And what we did to make the ACK, we took exactly this sail, so exactly the AC1, the whole sail body, took out the mast sleeve, just added a smaller mast sleeve, so 20% smaller. So if you see this, we have the mast sleeve which is this big, and if we go to the ACK, you will actually see that the mast sleeve is smaller. The AC1 goes to here and the ACK goes to here. The difference is that the ACK, thanks to the smaller mast sleeve size width, it will have less power, a little bit less power, a little less drive, and it just makes the sail much more light, and this allows the windsurfer who is not so fit as a pro rider to actually spend and have more time on the water without getting so tired as having the AC1. So let's say that the AC1 is developed to go 4 minutes full power down a forward jibing course, and so it has to give 150% performance. This ACK is actually designed to have a sailor which wants the same performance as an AC1, but who wants to stay on the water for at least 2 hours and enjoy the weekend on the water. Let me show you some new harness lines that we did for foiling as well. We have a lot of harness lines this year because we need to make everyone happy. So we have this slalom harness lines with the virus system that most of the PWA guys are using, even if they're not sponsored by us, because they're working really well. They are easy to adjust, and they're really super precise when releasing. The fixed harness lines for wave sailing, which go up to 32 in length. They're not swinging, they're fitting any size boom, and the newest F1 harness lines. In foiling, if you have too much resistance when you're pulling the harness lines, you could actually unbalance yourself and lose speed. These are super smooth, it doesn't take any power to change the size, and therefore you have more control when you want to just adjust your harness lines length. Then we have, for those who are scared to be caught under the sail and getting stuck under the boom when sailing after falling, we have the QR harness lines that you already know, that has the system that if you pull this, they just open up and releases you from being stuck with the hook under a sail. So these are the harness lines we're designing. We have a new one which is actually designed for the schools. It doesn't have any metal buckle like the Pro Slalom one, but it actually has just the plastic one. I will show you some